gorgeous. It's Jen. Welcome to my channel. Today I thought we would just get ready together. I have products in front of me that are in my current Shop My Stash chopping block series. I also have a couple of new drugstore products to test out, so if that sounds interesting, just keep watching. Already on my face, I used some of my MAC Prep and Prime. This is the Skin Refined Zone Pore Reducer and Mattifier. I have this from my Shop My Stash. My brows are done. I used my e.l.f. Brow Lift, and I also used my Essence Superlast 24-Hour Brow Pencil. I'm starting with the eyes, and for the eyes in my Shop My Stash, I grabbed out of the drawer my Nabla Cutie palette. This is in the Analogue style. There are many different variations, but I love this palette. It got pushed into the back, so I pulled it out, and I'm gonna play with it now. I'm first gonna go into this transition shade called Contact Sheet, and it is a pretty sort of rusty orangey brown. Just gonna focus this on the outer corner. This is a Profusion ES2 brush, and I'm really just focusing this color on the outer corner here, not even really taking it in very much. Pressing and swirling. For the lid, I'm going to go into this shimmering shade right here called Overexposed. This is a really very cool shade. It's got pinks and yellows and peaches, all different types of multi shimmers, and it is just beautiful. I love Nabla's shimmer formula. It's very creamy and easy to apply to the lid. Dusting over the edges. There is a matte brown here and a shimmer brown. I saw Tati the other day. She just took her finger and tapped it on the outer corner, and I thought that was genius. Because sometimes it is hard to control a brush, and your fingers, you can control the pressure, you can control the location. I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to blend it out a little bit, but I'm liking it. We shouldn't underestimate the power of our fingers for application of makeup. That was not difficult at all. I don't know about you, but I've always struggled a little bit with that outer corner application. I'm going to take a little bit more of this shimmer and just go over where the shimmer meets the brown, just to blend. I'm going to take a small Profusion brush. This is my ES6, and I'm going to go into that same shade, this Contact Sheet, and take it under the eyes. Continuing with the eyes, I'm going to take my Essence Extreme Lasting pencil in Black Love, and I'm going to go along the upper lashes, a little bit on the bottom, and then I'm going to go ahead and do my, oh, a little bit tip fell off, do my upper and lower waterline. It's a good thing I wear black pants. I like to take my brush from Beauty Bay and just smudge that out just to soften that. For the complexion, I am going to use my Fenty Eaze Drop Blur that's in my chopping block, but I have to say I'm not loving it because of the lack of coverage. I also think it's a little more moisturizing than I would like. I would prefer a more matte foundation. So what I'm going to do is go in with my Dior concealer. This one has just recently been reformulated and repackaged, so I'm just using it up before it is gone forever. I believe you can still get it, but probably not for long. You'll have to get the new formula, which I've heard is good. It's gonna tap this in just to the spots where I feel like I need a little bit of extra coverage, and then I'll go in with that Fenty. Now to go in with the Fenty Eaze Drop, mine is in the shade 7. I'm gonna use my little Shop Miss A palette and my Haley's Beauty foundation brush. Just tap this in. And I'm not rubbing, I'm just tapping because I don't want to disturb the concealer that's underneath, the Dior Forever. Skin looks even and smooth. In my Shop My Stash, I have my Soul Body Bronzer from ColourPop. This is in the shade Medium. Love this product. It smells so good. I'm going in with a BH brush, and I'm going to bronze up the face. I love doing the Shop My Stash because this never got enough love, and now that I have a special bin that I do my best to pull at least a couple of products out every day, this is getting the love that it deserves. Get a nice little dent in there. I have a new under eye product to try out, and it is from Revolution, this Line Fix Under Eye Primer. I've been hearing some good things online about this, so I picked it up from Ulta and I wanted to give it a try. It is creamy. It looks like it is a little bit, it looked a little pink on my finger, but it looks clear on my hand. But I'm gonna apply this to my under eyes and let it set for a minute. Feels super creamy and on the thin side, which I like. It says on Ulta's website, this absorbing formula works to smooth the appearance of fine lines, creates a flawless base for concealer. It's cruelty-free. I'm not really seeing instructions on here, but I am gonna wait a minute and then add my concealer. I'm not noticing any color difference. They do appear to look smoother. I'm gonna add some concealer. I'm still testing this one from Essence, this Keep Me Covered concealer. This is in the shade Shell. I really enjoyed their camouflage concealer that they had that I don't believe they have anymore. This one I'm still not sure about. It doesn't quite give me the coverage that I would like it to. This is an e.l.f. Putty Bronzer brush. I don't know who would apply that for putty bronzer. It just seems too small, and I didn't really enjoy the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. Unpopular opinion, but I did not like that. I like the putty blush, but I have found a use for this brush. Seems to fit under my eyes nicely. Looks pretty good. For blush, I brought in from my Shop My Stash my Honest Beauty Cream Blush in Coral Peach. The packaging has changed, so this is a last run. The next time I do a Shop My Stash, this will probably go, because this is on the older side, and I do like to have more current products. It still smells delicious. It smells like fruit, but this is a quality cream blush. Very, very nice. Sort of a pinky peach, which I think looks nice with the multicolors on the eyes. The eyes look great. Over here, it almost looks green where those multi shimmers are blending into that outer corner. I'm loving the eyes right now. For highlight, I have my Nabla Skin Glaze highlighter in the shade Ozone. And I'm gonna do my little trick where I sort of go over my blush. I'm gonna tap it in here. It is a pretty champagne highlight, and I'm just gonna sort of tap it over the blush so that I can have the illusion of just a glowier blush rather than a stripe of highlight. I am just tapping this right over the blush. I like it. And to set the bronzer, I have my Flower Beauty Heatwave bronzer. This one is in the shade Sunrise. This is hard to find right now. I don't know if Flower is repackaging, reformulating. I believe I found this on CVS's website. However, I did find an alternative from Ulta Beauty. I will post a picture of that as well. The Ulta Beauty Baked Bronzer is very similar to this. It's a little less pigmented, but it is still a beautiful, slightly shimmery, cool toned bronzer. It just blends like a dream. I love this. I hope it's not going away because I do prefer a little more pigment. But I just find like this bronzer I can wear alone. I don't have to have a matte bronzer underneath it. Whereas the Ulta one is a little lighter in pigment. It still has that nice tone. Next I'll powder, and in my Shop My Stash I have my Maybelline Fit Me powder. I love it. I am on my last couple shakes of this powder. I have entirely too many powders in my stash right now. But this is definitely one that I would repurchase. It is one of the best powders in the drugstore. I really like the Wet n Wild Photo Focus loose powder. Those are probably my two favorite loose powders that are super smoothing and the price is right. I'm going to be very careful going under the eyes. I want to make sure that these eyes look smooth and not dry. Back into the eyes, I also have my Essence Lash Princess liner in waterproof. I'm trying to get through this one. I thought it was drying out, but I have been making an effort to use it more and it's doing well. I just do a very small baby wing on either side. For mascara, I am currently testing the Essence Lash Like a Boss. This is the Instant Volume and Length Mascara. This little curler is from Wet n Wild. I didn't realize they matched. That is cute. I'm going to curl my lashes and throw on a couple of coats. I'm back. I have the Essence mascara on the top lashes, and then I've been enjoying this Milani tubing on the bottom lashes. This is great on the top and the bottom, but if you want all the volume, I would stick with a typical mascara, and this I love on the bottom, so I can trust that my mascara is not going to smudge or flake because of the tubing formula. For lips, I recently picked up this Essence 8 Hour Matte. I believe this is new. Mine is in the shade Cinnamon Spice, and I've been enjoying it. Next product is a product that I picked up from e.l.f. This is their O Face Satin Lipstick. It looks beautiful. This packaging is gorgeous. It is a soft matte packaging that is very similar to NARS. I think that's what their inspiration was. There's a magnetic clasp. It's funny, I was doing it the wrong way and it twists. It fixes itself. I, of course, found a nice neutral brown shade or cool brown, and this one is in the shade Driven. It looks very quality. I was a little surprised it was $9, but I kind of understand now if you're looking for that luxury experience. Very pigmented and creamy. I'm tempted to leave this alone, but I am going to add a gloss. I am, truth be told, a matte lipstick kind of girl, but I will put a gloss on for pictures or for special occasions. I like to do it when I'm filming. I'm gonna add the gloss. I have my Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade Crystal, which is just a very pretty shimmering copper sort of shade. I love this formula. If you enjoy the more gel-like, not sticky type of gloss, definitely. I feel like everybody has tried the Maybelline Lifter Gloss at this point. If you haven't, you need to, because it definitely rivals. Of course, I want to grab for my Fenty more than anything, but this is a great alternative. I just wish it were cooling. Comment below what your favorite drugstore gloss is. If it's non-sticky and if it's cooling, that's what I would really like. To set the face, I'm going to use my favorite drugstore setting spray. This is my Wet n Wild Fight Dirty. elongates the wear of my makeup, smells wonderful, very nice nozzle. And of course, my last step, I have to remember my little BH white pencil in the inner corner. Anything to brighten these sleep-deprived eyes. And this is the completed look. I want to check these under eyes to see what I think about this Revolution primer. I do see a difference. So far, I'm liking this because I have not been loving this concealer. I'm not convinced that this Essence concealer is a good one, but I am super, super picky about concealers. But I just looked up close and my under eyes do look very smooth under there, and I am pushing 50. Anything to smooth out these lines and wrinkles. I wonder if I could even use this on my laugh lines. We'll see. But so far, so good. I'm really liking it. I will continue using it. I will keep you updated in my favorites and fails at the end of the month. Other new products that I tried. This e.l.f. lipstick, I do like it a lot. Very, very nice. I did not love their Seriously Satin lipsticks. I didn't like the texture of them. This felt very creamy. My test will be how long wearing it is. I like to put a lipstick on and let it last for hours and hours and hours. I do really enjoy this palette from Nabla. All products that are on my face will be listed and linked in the description box below. Be sure to subscribe before you leave. I would love to have you join me. I upload on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Give the video a thumbs up if you had a good time. Leave me a comment. I love to have conversations with you in the comment section. I will see you in the next one. Have a great day.